Hey guys, Ryan here with the second week of March programming. So this week we're not doing any level method testing, which gives us a lot of chances to train and actually understand how all this testing is going to apply to your training once you've got your overall level. Most of you guys should have an idea of what color you generally train at anyway. And then for CVC, we're still into our commitment month here. So this Monday workout for CrossFit is a very good example of how to use level method to get better at your weaknesses. So we know as a community, we need to get better at our body weight strength. So we have a strength thing here where it's every 2 minutes for 5 rounds, you're working on some type of pull-up. But the blue and purple, you're working at weighted pull-ups. Below that, you're working at ring rows or negatives. The orange is very interesting. It gives you lots of different options there, and that's where a lot of people are falling right now with their pull-up work. Is somewhere in the orange, but that's a big variation there. So you'll pick a number of strict pull-ups you can do every couple of minutes, or you may have to do some negatives at that orange level. But all that's going to help you get better at eventually being able to do pull-ups in workouts. So if you've been doing jumping pull-ups in the workouts, this is a chance to work on that pull-up strength so you can get past the jumping pull-ups for most of the workouts. For the WOD that day, we've got a chipper. And what I mean by chipper is you've got a series of reps you need to complete at one movement before you can move on to the next movement. So it's not rounds or anything like that. You just got to do your work and then get to the next movement and do all that work and get to the next movement and do all that work. So you look at the level consideration there. It's rowing and aerobic power intervals. That means this is all about aerobic conditioning. You've got about 12 or 15 minutes of work there. The point is to work consistently the whole time and not get bogged down too much and not have to stop at any point and try to catch your breath. To pace yourself to kind of work consistently at all these movements for about 12 minutes or so. On Monday for CVC, if I get the slide move, there we go. You've got a commitment workout starting the week out with. So like I said, it's a commitment month this month. We'll eventually do our commitment test. So you're also going to see a theme this week in CVC where you're going to see a squat, a push, and core. So squat, push, core, and a lot of times those squats and pushes are being thrown together like you see with a thruster here. And you got your hollow rocks for your core. Otherwise, a pretty straightforward day that day. I know this is, for a lot of people, their favorite interval. Pretty balanced workout that day. For Tuesday, we've got a chance to work on our jump rope skills. So we've been testing, we've been basically seeing where you're at with your jump rope skills over the past several weeks. But this is a chance to get back to being able to do some skill work prior to the workout and in the warm-up. So we can actually show you the different techniques that are going to help you get better at your double unders again. And then you're going to find the right workout that's appropriate for you, the amount of double unders or single unders that is appropriate for you. You've got to do those all at first to start this workout. And every time you break, you're going to end up doing air squats. Once you've reached your goal for the jump ropes that you need to accumulate, the remaining time of those 15 minutes is going to be an AMRAP of ascending reps of a push-up variation and some type of core work, probably hanging from the bar, hanging knees to elbows, hanging knee raises or knees to elbows. Very interesting workout here. It kind of starts more aerobically and then goes into higher level skill work. And then you got some good extra credit there that should be fun with the curls and tricep extensions, blow up those guns. For Tuesday this week with Vitality, you'll see that squat, core, and push variation again. So in this case, the squats are separated out and the push and the core go together with those shoot throughs. Little interesting take here on deadlifts. We're going to try it sumo style here with a wide stance with 2 kettlebells between your legs there. And then ropes are always fun there, and another set of max wall balls, which are becoming a crowd favorite in CVC as a cash out. Oops. For Wednesday in CrossFit, we are doing a repeat of something we did about a month ago. This is basically an aerobic workout. There's a lot of aerobic workouts this week in CrossFit. The point here is to kind of see if you can beat what you did last time on this if you did it before. You approach this almost as if you don't get much rest. However, we found that people kind of approached it a little too conservatively on this first round of a minute of work at each of these movements with 30 seconds of rest in between. So we're going to see if we can go out a little bit more aggressively on this. and then maintain that aggressive pace at the longer work intervals here. And then we're doing extra credit afterwards, since most of these skills here don't require a whole lot of warm up or skill practice to get going on this. So you got about a 20-minute aerobic workout followed with some fun extra credit there. For Wednesday, our hump day HIIT class, we are doing about the same workout. We've actually added more work to it though. So in the CrossFit class, all levels classes, you're going to see the same pattern of a minute of work at each movement with 30 seconds of rest, a longer rest period, and then repeat those movements at a minute and a half of work at each movement, and then eventually 2 minutes of work at each movement. We've thrown in 4 movements for our hump day HIIT class here. So we're including the bike in this workout as well. So we'll go bike to jump rope to row to box jumps, whereas the CrossFit workout, going back to that slide, goes to jump rope, rowing, and box jump. So you can keep that intensity a little bit higher in CrossFit, or you can work a little bit longer in the hump day HIIT class. On Thursday in CrossFit, it's all about the legs that day. Deadlifts to begin with, and then going into a workout that is going to include deadlifts and some type of pistol progression or lunge progression. And it's broken out into 3 different 4-minute AMRAPs here, where you decrease the weight and increase the reps as you go through this. And then the level of difficulty of the pistol or the squat variation starts to decrease. So you maintain a high intensity the whole time here, because as you get tired, the weight gets lighter and the reps increase and the level of difficulty starts to decrease as well. So you maintain a high intensity the whole time here when you're working through those AMRAPs. This is Thursday CVC here. Very fun day here. Interesting movements. Kettlebell windmills, something we don't get to do a whole lot of. They fit very well into our CVC program, and it's hard to kind of do a 4-time workout with those, but they fit great into intervals. It's a great way to strengthen the core and the shoulders. Again, kind of a push and core variation. And then you've got your clean to your shoulder with a slam ball and a forward lunge, a cool variation complex there. And then including the box jumps and parasites to improve that body weight strength conditioning. For Friday, we've got a partner workout. We've done types of partner workouts before with Level Method. They love to kind of do a partner workout where you're working in sync or in tandem. It's a great way to pace yourself. You guys have to communicate. You have to understand when you're going to do your reps, so it allows you to slow down and work consistently the entire time. In this case, it's going to be 19 minutes. Another chance to work on some toes to bar or hanging knee raises, work on that body weight strength with push-ups, and then kettlebell swings with the big hinge there. And also another fun extra credit here with some rotational movement where you get to do some med ball passing and the banded wood chops. So I can't wait for you guys to see. Friday's Vitality for CVC. Another push with the push press, another clean, and then another core work. In this case, though, we're adding in some rotation to that core with our kneeling banded rotation. That's kind of your chance to catch your breath during this. Otherwise, you're going to be doing a lot of work here and use those banded rotations to catch your breath. We're not sure what 19.4 will be, so waiting on that. And then ending the week in CVC with a vital commitment. It kind of falls in line with what you've been doing as far as intention-wise for this week. Several vitalities already doing a commitment. We're going to mix those intentions here. What I'll say is go ahead and look at this and realize when you walk into the room that day, realizing you're not going to see a whole lot of equipment out, which always is usually not a good sign. And just take a look at that last round. That last round is going to sneak up to you. It's going to be on you. It's going to be very intense. All right. Have fun. See you guys this week. Thanks.